Alright, so I wanted to do this video as educational purposes. This is why you don't buy cars from certain places that sell old cars, and sometimes the price is too good to be true. This situation was a little unique. The fellow that I'm working on the car for, his wife bought the car for him and surprised it. He said it was around $8,000, I think, what they paid for this car. But now, see this pretty engine and all that stuff. He's actually did all of this since he had it. Put the engine, transmission, had the seats redone. I think it actually did have bucket seats, but put a new dash in it, new carpet, things like that. Unfortunately, okay, the car, none of the heat or air works. So the guy brought the car to me for vintage air. So yesterday, I took the dash pad off, and I'll show you what I found. This car obviously said it come out of Florida, and I can see, notice they put a new panel in here, and they overlapped it. They've got all the under side of this cowl is bad. It's got a lot of rust where the seams meet. For some reason, the car is full of sand. I guess someone, besides it being in Florida, but it looks like maybe someone used a sandblaster and realized it was a lost cause. Here on the other side here, we've got just as many issues in the cowl where all the metal comes together, and that is structural and quite honestly unsafe in the event of an accident or a crash, especially a more severe crash. Even a minor crash on a car that's rusty, a hit to the cowl could cause a lot more significant damage and injury. If you've not got, we'll just step over here to my 4-speed car for comparison. As you can see, there's no rust up in any of these seams, and no rust there, and no rust over there. Of course, it's single layered here. Now this car here has its own set of issues, but nothing in the cowl. Here they just did a shocky repair job, putting pieces of metal over metal. Of course, took the trim off. We've got rust. If it was just this, this cowl section here is real easy to replace. Unfortunately, they sell this whole panel that's all made together. This is a big job to replace this thing. So again, the car came in for vintage air, so all of this stuff's going to get removed. But I've been trying to weigh the options of what to do here. We've got more rust there. The floorboards in the car were hocked in just terribly. We've got gap that wide between the metal where they overlapped it. And an overlap is not usually what goes on a floorboard, but not the way they did it. Let's take a look underneath, and you can see we've got rocker panel issues. The rocker panel's just gone here in the corner. You can see the mess of a job they did putting the floors in. Big gaps where they cut them out. Didn't even cut them out back to the braces. And then they moved, some guy moved the seat back in this car because this guy, I think, has got long legs. And they did use wide washers, which is good, but I mean, how good is these floorboards even welded in? You got the same problem back here. The frame seems to be typical, southeast, pretty solid. No rust that I've seen. And he's had some work done under the car, new suspension, A-frames, that type of stuff. But we go to the roof here. Now, keep in mind, I've seen cars this bad also for sale for $25,000. So, just keep that in mind when you're out there looking. We've got problems here on the roof, and I had actually already took these felts off. The guy said he wanted to paint the car next year, so I got the doors where they'll open and shut, got the windows adjusted, and got new felts in here, and I did the other side as well. If you look up in this area, back here, of course we got crappy repair work done here. And if you look up in here, you can just see the filler. Yeah, you can see the Bondo just oozing through. And of course we got issues here bubbling up. This car needs full quarters for a proper repair, most likely trunk drop-offs and outer wheel houses. You go to the back, this tail panel's just all Bondoed up. See, there's no dip here. And I mean, I'll take you over here, you can see how it's got that dip there. Trunk lid's trash just falling out of it. You got you know, a package tray is been screwed down. It's very rusty, even around the speakers. They're in real bad. It's in real bad shape. So the car needs a deck filler. The car has shocky repair work in the corners, and of course we've got here. There's nothing really there. So we got this here. It's just bad. So this car is a 72 small block car. It's not a big block. It's not a custom. It's not an SS. I'm real sick about this thing because, you know, it's just a bad situation. I had gotten this door where the window was lined up and shutting better, and it's had new hinges put on this side. That's why it's a little stiff. See how it just kind of pops open. And I done put some leather strip in here. Luckily, didn't glue any of that in. Of course, we have bubbles all down here. We've got problems pretty much all around. You know, it's cracked here. I mean, the time you would patch this quarter up, it'd just be easier. The other side's a definite replacement. This side over here probably needs a full quarters car, and the fenders on the front of the car is trash. The doors, who knows when you strip the shiny paint, you know, I see all kinds of problems. This is hiding. And so yeah, we've got our work cut out for us here. So unfortunately, there was a guy in California that had a body shell. It's perfect, and it could have been shipped. And he's done sold it, and I had a car that I asked the guy about. It's been sitting here for a couple of years, basically waiting on a project. He is also getting ready to he's ready to get started as well on his project. So, because a car like this, honestly, I would recommend a body replacement. You know, if this was an SS or a 4-speed car, definitely be worth fixing. But with the issues we have, I can get all of this stuff in good shape without disassembling the car. I am going to recommend I put new body mount bushings and all that while it's here. But I can fix all this rust, you know, but I'm concerned of where I see some of the rust, and it's going to take a lot of replacement. You know, so it's like, where do you draw the line? And then the floorboards, and then if he wants it painted next year, you've got a roof, quarters, and there's not going to be any metal left on this car that come from Chevrolet in 72. So at that point, again, I recommend a body replacement. Again, this video is for, in case you run into this situation. I mean, you're looking at some significant metal work hours here on a car like this. And I mean, just to get this car where he can drive it and it be safe here in the firewall, not leaking. And then see, it needs a new windshield now. Well, a new windshield could be put in without it leaking, but how bad is all this? You know, I mean, I could grind into this. I think some of this has actually been welded up, but knowing them, I believe they just welded metal over metal that's rusted. And I guarantee you, under this is trash. So be careful out there. There's a lot of this stuff sitting online for sale. There's a lot of this stuff coming through auctions, and there's a lot of this stuff sitting on car lots in the name of classic car dealerships. And yeah, you can just tell lots and lots of problems. Headliner's new, which is unfortunate. That's gonna, if the metalwork's done, that's gonna be lost. So anyway, just kind of wanted to show you the real world here. I'm very disappointed. I don't take any pride or any happiness in things like this. Real disappointed for the fellow that owns this car, and just overall bad situation. I don't know how else to say it, but this is the reality, and this is what you run into on these cars. So with that being said, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Restoration inquiries in the video description. To my email, I am pretty far out wait at this moment. This is June of 2026 whenever you're seeing this video. So with that said, we'll see you next time, and have a good 4th of July, everybody.